My top 10 anime of all time. Number 1 will surprise you. This list will be based on my preference on anime's influence, impact, and overall story. 10. Starting off this list, we have at the time of this video being released, the most grossing franchise of all time, Pokemon. To trading Pokemon cards on your school's playground to video games, Pokemon, formerly known as Pocket Monsters, has actually been around for about 3 decades, with lots of movies and series. 9. Konosuba, a very entertaining and comical anime I recommend you guys watching, has been able to engross us with a bunch of degenerates that come together to work exceptionally well as a team. They make sure that every episode they put out is pure quality and that they don't disappoint each season. It's an anime that doesn't take itself too seriously and mocks common isekai tropes, which is pretty much, you get transported to another world. 8. Berserk. You talk to anyone who loves anime, and I guarantee you they will say this is probably the most respected manga or anime they've ever seen or heard of. I can see why it's the greatest and highest rated seinen anime of all time because the main character has gone through more hardship and stress than any human being I can possibly even imagine. Yet he still manages to keep pushing forward. Truly inspirational. Also, just a heads up, this manga and anime is very grim. 7. One Piece. Let me first start by saying this series is long. Like, long as hell. I've sometimes pondered if the author of this anime didn't expect it to be such a hit, and then, like, when it did, he was like, oh shit, let me milk this as long as I possibly can to, profit off this. I haven't watched the whole thing, but I've watched certain segments here and there when the show really gets popping. The fact that this anime is coming to an end, which has been out for a majority of my lifetime, is going to be bittersweet since I technically grew up with it. 6. Akame ga Kill. I personally love this one because it's unorthodox, like an epic. It's not all about sunshine and rainbows, and I really like the characters' personalities and their development throughout the show. I love the fact both sides, as the story progresses, developing each character through their own backstories. Also, no one has plot armor. 5. Hunter x Hunter. Arguably the most balanced show when it comes to a magical gimmick they incorporate in anime. For example, no one in the show can get too overpowered, and that everyone has a logical weakness. 4. Demon Slayer. It has a very likable cast, amazing animation, and has Michael Jackson for a cameo as the main villain. And honestly, how can you not like that? Everybody loves Michael Jackson. 3. Naruto. Does anything really need to be said? Besides getting people to do the Naruto run in real life, hand signs, and wearing headbands, this anime has made its mark on the medium and no one can say otherwise. 2. Dragon Ball Z. Every boy and man has heard of this anime. It's responsible for the best anime fighting games of all time and getting a lot of people into the gym. Also, home to one of my favorite characters in anime, Future Trunks. This man has lost literally everything from his best friend to universe, and somehow he manages to keep going and walking with a smile on his face. That man is strong. 1. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Last but not least, honestly, I've watched this and I can say why it's renowned as the greatest anime of all time since it first aired in 2009. The anime has everything: action, romance, mystery, horror, racism, politics, comedy, and honestly, what more could you ask for? The anime the animation was made with love and soul and looks like it came out today even though it finished over 2 decades ago.